What's up, guys? The marketing train is probably going to be ramping up pretty soon for Halloween Ends. Just like I did a couple years ago for Halloween Kills, I gave you 5 signs of promise and 5 potential problems, and we're going to do the same thing for Ends. So we're going to start out in this video with 5 signs of promise. So anyway, let's do this. What's up, guys? Halloween Ends is coming. I believe it's, yeah, because they're going to start shooting in January. So they'll probably wrap things up, I think, maybe March time frame. But this will definitely be out October of 2022. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. Are you feeling a little bit of Halloween Kills fatigue? I don't know. I'm not, actually. After I watched the movie, like, I've watched it 3 times now, and I love it. I had such a blast. It's not a perfect movie. There's a few problems here and there, but overall, man, I love how different this movie was than the rest of the franchise. I was getting strong vibes from like Curse of Michael Myers, you know, even like Halloween 4. That whole era in the franchise, that's kind of the vibe that I was getting. So I think there's a lot of potential for Halloween Ends. So anyway, let's go. We're going to give you 5. And actually, you know what? I'm going to give you 6 because I just thought of another one. So anyway, let's start with number 6, I guess, Michael Myers. That's a big sign of promise. James Jude Courtney, easily one of the best actors to play Myers, might be the best. I'm still figuring out who I like better because I still think the Nick Castle walk is unbeatable, you know? But everything else about the character, James Jude Courtney, I mean, he just nails it as far as being violent, body style, even the walk. He does have a little bit of a Dick Warlock glide to him. Yeah, I think he's only going to get better, you know, because he was amazing in Kills. He upped his game from 2018. I can't imagine him being a sore spot in Ends. I feel like it's almost impossible. He's going to slay it. That's a given. He is like the only given on this list. For the rest of the list, it's kind of up in the air. Okay, next sign of promise. This is the finale. This wraps the whole thing up. So that gets me excited because of the potential for surprises. You know, like he said in Scream 3, all bets are off. Anything can happen. I love the element of surprise in movies. It's just something about it. It gets me excited. And there were a lot of surprises in Kills, really, I thought. Could they be even more daring in this movie and go completely off the rails? I don't know. But it really could go anywhere from this point because Kills was so bonkers. I have no idea where the story goes from here. I have a few ideas, thoughts that I could probably see, but overall, I mean, I'm expecting to see some nice surprises. Okay, the 4th one, because I'm counting down. I'm going 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know why I'm doing that. I should have been doing the other way, but who cares, okay? So 4th one, end of an era, okay? We can finally see the end of Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode has her fans. She has definitely earned her place in the franchise. You know, she is, I guess, Ahab to the whale. Not to take anything away from Laurie Strode, okay? It will be nice to finally see the ending of this character. And I think she deserves it. She's earned it, okay? I could go down that road of complaining about her, but I won't do that because I've done it in so many videos before, okay? I'm talking about the good here. And Laurie Strode, I do like this version of Laurie Strode. She's a little bit crazy. I think the mistake that Tommy Doyle made in the last movie, and Dino Reviews, he's the one that brought this up. I was watching his review, and I was like, oh my God, he's making a good point here. He said that Tommy Doyle is pretty much acting like Laurie Strode acted in Halloween 2018. You know, it's more reactionary than actually stepping back and thinking about the situation. So I think now that Laurie has had the chance to absorb everything and really sit back and think about it, she might make better decisions. She probably will make better decisions, and she'll be a little bit more calculated about how she kills him. Even though she was calculated for 40 years. I mean, she freaking built this basement fortress to take him out, and it didn't work. So we'll see if it pans out for her this time. You know, now that she's taken him on and she knows his strengths and weaknesses, maybe she'll be able to capitalize this time. Okay, which leads me to number 3. And you know what, guys? I just thought of another one, actually. So I'm gonna tack it in here, okay? My numbering is completely jacked up right now, all right? But I'm gonna tack this on right here, and I'm gonna say this takes place 4 years later. Originally, I believe they were going to make this on the same night as 2018 and Kills. But I think because of COVID and because of there was an ending that was shot that would have had to make the movie take place on the same night, and they nixed that because they wanted to go 4 years into the future. I like that they're going 4 years into the future because Laurie Strode is going to be fully healed up in 4 years. Hawkins will be fully healed up, so that just opens the door for a lot more possibilities. Hawkins is a very beloved character, and Laurie Strode. So it'll be great to see them in top form, you know, taking on Myers. And I do think that this is going to be a more compressed type of story. It's not going to be Haddonfield against Myers. I think we're going to get back to maybe even simplicity, you know? Mano a mano, I guess. Just a few people taking on Myers. Okay, now, really, number 3. Is Karen alive? One of the comments I've seen the most since this movie came out is Karen might not be dead. You know, what if this whole thing, at least that ending sequence, was kind of a dream or just a fantasy? I don't know. It could have been in Karen's head. Who knows? I personally think Karen's dead. I do. But anything's possible. I mean, we all thought Hawkins was dead, and he's obviously not. We didn't see Karen pulled off in a gurney, right? And I think unless, in any horror movie, if you don't see that character on a gurney or in a body bag, all bets are off, okay? And even with the killer, you could see the killer in a body bag and all bets are off. He could still be alive, right? We've seen Myers in a body bag before at the end of Resurrection. Eye opened. Karen could still be alive. And they might have originally wanted Karen to be dead in this movie. This is just me speculating. But I think a lot of people really fell in love with that character in Halloween Kills, that it would not surprise me if they somehow brought her back. You know, because they do have an opening to do that. They can rewrite scripts all the time. David Gordon Green literally stated in an interview that they're still making changes to the script, fine-tuning things. So, is it possible? I think it is. I do. Number 2, Allison. Allison really stepped up her game for Halloween Kills. I was not the biggest fan of the character for 2018 just because she didn't really do anything, you know? But in Kills, she wanted to face the demon head on quite a few times in the movie. Yes, she said, evil dies tonight. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm going to take him out once and for all. You know, she became Laurie Strode, I guess, in this movie. And by the end of Kills, she's fighting, she's stabbing him. She literally tells him, do it, kill me. She's not afraid anymore, or she is afraid, but she's trying to just stand up to the evil. Because even when you stand up, you're still afraid, right? I think if you're not afraid, then something's wrong. 4 years later, what's the fallout, you know, of Allison? How is that going to affect her? If Karen is dead, that means she's lost Karen, her mother, you know? So this is going to be kind of a Sidney Prescott type character where she's going to be beaten and battered and maybe molded into something that's, you know, a lot tougher. So I'm curious to see what they do with Allison in this next movie. Like I said, she earned her keep in Kills. I love the character now, so don't mess it up. Keep her awesome and badass in Ends. The last thing, and this isn't number 1, there's no like order to this list, but the last thing that I wanted to say as far as like signs of promise is the town of Haddonfield. Like, are they going to address like what's the fallout now? Because the entire town underestimated Myers. He completely handed their asses to him. Is that something that's going to be kind of touched on in this movie 4 years later? How has that affected the town? Is there more of a fear element to them? Who knows? It could be anything. It could go anywhere. So, but yeah, that's my, I guess, is that 7? Did I give you 7? Maybe 8? I don't, 9, 10? Who knows? I gave you a lot of them, okay? I'm anything but professional. But I have my thoughts, I have my feelings, and I'm looking forward to Ends, for sure, okay? And by the way, because I love addressing my my negative comments more than, because the positive comments, I love you guys to death, but man, when you guys can really get under my skin with your freaking negative comments, because Like this one guy was like, another Halloween Kills video, you know, and he was giving me crap because I put out another Halloween video, Halloween Kills video. And I'd like to address that freaking asshole right now. You know, this movie literally just came out, right? And I don't know if you know how YouTube works and how you get views for certain things. But when a movie comes out that is like the hot button topic of the moment, you don't want to wait 2 weeks to talk about it. You want to jump on it right then and there. And you know what? When I make these videos, it's not like I'm making them for selfish reasons. Sure, I want to get the views, but also I'm thinking about what does my audience want, you know? Will my audience be interested in this? You know, so of course they're going to be interested in a spoiler review, a non-spoiler review, a ranking. Those three are a given. And then I throw out something like, you know, a 10 questions type video. Yeah, I'll give them like a little multiple choice test, give them a quiz. And people loved it. You know, you get right in the comments, people love those ideas. If it's something that my audience doesn't like, then of course I'm not going to make the video. But if I'm making videos and people are watching and I'm getting the views, then I just want to give my audience what they want. So, you know what? F you, asshole, okay? But seriously, you know, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. On Fridays, we do Free for Fridays. Follow my Drumdums on all my socials. Support me on Patreon. Buy me a coffee. You know, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, and Drumdum out.